In a world of depression and loneliness, filled with hatred and darkness, God brings us His word of liberation through Brother Pade Tokun. This is Message to the Nations. Death sentence.
People came to Jesus at different times to listen to him and to understand what they needed to do to become one of his. Let us read one of the places in the Bible where he told the people that wanted to follow them what he wanted them to do. In Luke chapter 9, verses 23 and 24. He said to them all, "If anyone desires to come after me, let him deny himself and take up his cross daily and follow me. For whosoever desires to save his life will lose it. But whoever loses his life for my sake will save it." In those two verses, the Lord revealed what we can consider as the starting point of the Christian life. Somebody heard the gospel, somebody have heard about Jesus, and the person wants to know what to do, where to begin, what is expected of him for him to be numbered among those that are called Christian. And we see from this passage that this starting point of the gospel is what the Lord was trying to explain. The starting point of the Christian life is what the Lord was presenting. We see that the gospel is about denying oneself. He said, if anybody desires to come after me, let him deny himself. It is about carrying one's cross. It is about losing a life, the life that one has, to have another life. So the gospel, as presented by the Lord, has these three emphases: to deny oneself, to carry a cross, to lose a life. In fact, you will discover that we are saying the same thing, but from different perspective. Yes, in the gospel, there are a lot of blessings mentioned. There are promises of successes and victories. There are abundant promises to ensure that we are going to gain many things. But these blessings are not the starting points of the gospel. They are not the starting point for the Christian life. Of course, we see today that many people that claim to be Christian start off their Christian life from the ground of blessings received or blessings to be received, from the ground of success received or success that will be received, from the ground of something victorious, something miraculous that God will do in their lives. But we are submitting that as much as these things are part of the gospel, they are never the starting point of the gospel life. They are never the starting point of the Christian life. What Jesus said here about deny himself, take up one cross, follow him, be disposed to lose one's life to gain this new life, is what we call the death sentence of the gospel. It seems as if Jesus, in explaining what it means, what to do to be a Christian, is presenting something that means that your present life will have to go for you to receive a new life. It is the death sentence of the gospel, and it is from this ground that the correct Christian life will begin. Jesus was not just pronouncing this death sentence on people that will follow him. He was talking about something that he would do first. He was talking about an experience that he will go through. He was talking about a cross that he will carry. So he was not talking of something he expected that was different from something that he himself was going to experience. The death sentence that we see here was what Jesus himself went through. When he was saying this, he had not yet gone to the cross, but he was waiting to go to the cross. And by what he was saying here, it was an invitation that anybody that will follow him must have this same mindset to be prepared to carry the cross in the same way that he was going to soon carry his cross and lose his life for the purpose of God.
You can order for any of the books written by Brother Pade Tokun, He That Is Born of God, Only Jesus Christ and Him Crucified. To place your order, please call 0708 552 1373.
The Christian life begins when a person submits himself to this death sentence. A person decides to deny himself, to say no to himself. When a person decides to carry the cross and to follow Jesus, what exactly does it mean to deny himself? Yes, we read how Peter denied Jesus that he had known for 3 years, and it was a big scandal. How could you deny Jesus that you had stayed with and lived with, worked with for 3 years? But the denying of self here is for you to deny yourself with whom you have been, you have lived with, you have lived for, you have yourself that has been your life from the beginning of what you call your life. Deny it is to refuse to recognize it, is to refuse to recognize its desire, is to refuse to submit to its demand. The big error today is that the gospel is usually preached from the perspective of what you stand to gain when you receive the gospel, what blessings you cannot have by yourself, but you can receive by the power of Jesus if only you receive the gospel. Let me say that as much as these blessings are part of the package of the gospel, they are not the starting point. And in fact, they are not supposed to be the point of attraction. The message of invitation to the gospel must not be an invitation to receive a blessing. It must not be an invitation to receive a help. And Jesus did not present the gospel this way. A person that receives the gospel from that perspective receives it in a wrong heart. The gospel has a lot of blessings, but the package that Jesus presented and he expects us to present is what we have here. It is an invitation to deny self, to carry one's cross, and to lose one's life for the sake of the will of the Lord. Many think that God's blessings on their life is a confirmation of God's approval. No, it is not at all. God's invitation to you is to come to deny yourself. That is to turn yourself down just because you want to follow God. It is a call to say no to yourself just because you want to do the will of the Lord. That is denying self. It is a call to carry your cross. It is a call to lose your life because you want to do the will of God. A gospel message that neglects the death sentence is just a psychological attraction to a religious life that will not have the full approval of God. What gospel have you received? Did you respond to the invitation to deny self? Have you received the invitation to carry your cross? Have you received the invitation to lose your life so that you can gain a new life?